All right, guys, welcome back to another LA podcast, and here is a red flag.
Here we go.
Okay, Cleveland Browns. What the hell were you guys doing? First of all, you draft the quarterback from Oregon who was not supposed to be picked until who knows when, and then today you pick up Shedeur in the 5th round. Why? What are you doing? Like, what do you plan on doing? Now you got 5 quarterbacks now. So I don't know what you plan on doing. It's kind of weird. It's kind of funky. You're gonna obviously cut one of them. It's like Shedeur wasn't good enough yesterday, but he's good enough today. Now you got that guy from Oregon going, all right, I'm a quarterback now for Cleveland, and now he's thinking, wait a minute now you signed Shedeur now. So I don't know what the hell Cleveland's doing. You guys suck. But on the flip side, Raiders. Great draft pick with a running back.
May have to take
That's
that.
all good. Anyways, great draft pick by the Raiders. Love it. Browns, you suck as always. All right, and that was a red flag. Back to the episode.
All right.
There we go.
Welcome back.
There we go. If your ears are popping, I'll try to fix that. But I don't know about that. Fred's at the vocals.
That's going to be a nice loud Fred flags this week.
We echo in this spot right here.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, so obviously, as you guys can tell, we are still in the workshop for this week's episode. The space we normally record in is being used for a party, so we're down here. We got the nice brick wall behind us.
Yeah, and we make it do what it do. And again, like I always say, if you want us to be in a more professional podcast space or want us to be somewhere better, then you should subscribe, like, and donate to this podcast.
Oh, donate.
Donate. Yeah, that's new.
That's a new one.
Yeah, we have a donation link up there somewhere.
Oh, okay.
And it's a free donation. All you gotta do is just like, follow,
comment.
That's it. Yeah, I mean,
And subscribe.
That's it. Yeah, subscribe. That's it. Yeah, that's it.
Share it, too.
Share it.
Share it.
Yeah.
Even if you hate it, share it to somebody else.
Just share it. Sharing is caring. Remember, kids, you learned that in school.
It's true. It's true. I've been hearing that my whole life.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right. Well, I'd actually like to talk a little bit about the draft. Because, like with what you said, right? Like Cleveland, I don't understand the strategy here. I don't understand the strategy because you take Dylan Gabriel from Oregon, who like shout out Oregon Ducks, right? That's where I went to college. But
Go Ducks.
Go Ducks. But Dylan Gabriel he might prove me wrong, but I don't think he's an NFL quarterback.
But you don't pick 2 in the same draft.
That's what I'm saying.
That doesn't make sense.
It's always good to have a
already
backup.
have
I think
three on
we've
the roster.
seen year after year, sometimes quarterbacks go down in trainings. We got to have a backup.
No, they have 3 already.
Sometimes got a backup for backup.
I don't know of any other team that has picked 2 quarterbacks in the same draft late in the rounds.
1 round apart.
2.
Was it 2 rounds apart?
Yeah, because Gabriel was 3, Shedeur was 5.
Shedeur was 5. Okay.
But it doesn't make sense. I really thought that they were going to Kaepernick him.
Yeah.
That's a term now?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's when the league doesn't want you to be a part of it.
When you got all these quarterbacks going before him, and then you got Mel Kiper, like, what is going on here?
Yeah.
Everyone is like, what is going on here?
I do think it's a perfect fit though. It's the most problematic NFL team in terms of quarterbacks taking on what very well could be, a huge problematic quarterback because of his ego, his dad.
Deion Sanders' kid go to also the Browns or no?
That's what we're talking about.
No, he has 2 kids.
Okay, gotcha.
So Shiloh did not get drafted, but he got signed by Tampa Bay today.
Okay, good for him.
So as a free agent.
Okay, good for him.
Okay. So,
good for him.
There's a tweet from Deion Sanders from 2018 talking about I'm gonna pull an Eli Manning if Shedeur gets drafted by the Browns.
Oh wow!
I am not going to let him go to a place like that is just a disaster.
Yeah.
I mean, their starting quarterback is Massage Watson, and they got old Joe Flacco.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be. I mean, that quarterback room this year is going to be very interesting. It'll be something to keep an eye on.
What do you think Dylan Gabriel is thinking right now? Like knowing
knowing athletes, like he's probably thinking, oh great, up for a challenge. I get to beat out all these guys and show them how great I am. Realistically, he should be thinking like, man, it's going to be one hell of a year on the practice squad.
I think that's the time you got to show and prove, right? I mean,
yeah,
you got to show and prove. If you want that spot, you got to.
Yeah, I mean, but Dylan Gabriel was a college quarterback for 5 or 6 years, something like that. I mean, he bounced around. He was at Oklahoma for a bit. He ended up in Oregon, obviously, for his last year. He's bounced around. He's played a lot of football. He has a decent amount of experience.
Right.
But the quarterback position, obviously, if we're talking just in terms of football, is the hardest position to play.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I never played football. Actually, I played what do you call it? We play little league football. What do you call it when you like
Flag football?
No, not even flag. Like I broke my finger when I was like middle school, so I stopped playing football. But neither here nor there. But like once you get to like the
something like that.
something like that.
I don't know what that
but
is.
once you get to like the league, though, for my friends that really do play football, it's like everyone was a star quarterback of the blah blah blah.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah,
that's what
yeah.
makes it.
Yeah.
The competition was like you're a star quarterback. It's like me too, bro. Strap up. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
totally.
everybody's got their own thing.
So did you see the guy who got drafted by the Saints, who his tape came out of his pro day? He's like 6'7". He was in college for 7 years.
Yeah.
7 years.
And they showed him one play where he did this torque, and he threw the ball and he totally missed the receiver who was cutting cross. And they're like, they drafted him before Shador. That's why when the guy from the Giants traded up to get Jason Dart, or Jackson Dart, whatever his name is, they're like, okay, him and Shador are comparable. That's fine. But then when other ones are like, okay, something's going on here.
Yeah.
There's no way on earth he should be dropping. Now everyone's thinking it was Dion. They're trying to prove a point to Dion that you can't run this town. You can't.
I mean, I do think
that's
that
crazy.
I do think that the stuff with Dion, like plays a factor, but I also think that it's hard for an NFL GM to look at the positions that Shedeur Sanders has been put in, right? Where he's always had his dad as his head coach.
Yeah.
He's always had a team that kind of like favored him and play calls that favored him and whatever. And so it's, like that tape may look good, but like how much of that, are you really going to trust? And I'm just playing devil's advocate. Like I think Shedeur Sanders is a talented quarterback.
I
hope he does well.
It got passed. Lou Riddick was like, he goes, this is not about the player anymore. This is personal.
Yeah.
This is what it is the 32 white rich owners that are very like old school.
Yeah.
They don't like
a big ego.
Shador's at his house, have this big party. He's playing this music, got the chains on.
Yeah.
And now the thing is, all these
double watches
going on. All these guys are making more money than the coaches now.
Yeah.
These this NIL money, they're making way more money than the coaches are. So you come into the league, he has 1 year of eligibility. Well, he did before he got drafted. He had one more year of eligibility to where he could have actually go to college. Not to Colorado, I don't think, but anywhere else. But think about it. What he's going to make right now is nowhere near he was making NIL.
No, not even close.
That's crazy.
So he'd make more
close.
NIL.
Yeah.
Best off staying in college.
What about that one guy, the guy with number 2, two-way player, right?
Travis Hunter.
Travis Hunter, yeah.
Travis Hunter. So Travis Hunter got picked number 2, right?
Yeah.
To Jacksonville.
They traded up.
Yeah.
They traded up for him.
They traded up for him, gave
I'm
a whole...
very curious to see how that works.
I wonder if he's going to keep that same girlfriend.
Because...
Whenever all that media attention.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
He is so sprung. You know that he used to sit in his car while she would go to party?
Yeah, she talked about it, yeah. I know. I
he
saw
doesn't...
that.
Crazy.
He said he is the perfect NFL player. Doesn't drink, doesn't smoke, doesn't get in trouble. He just plays video games.
Yeah.
And plays ball, and he's good at it.
He's phenomenal.
He's great.
He's phenomenal. I'll be curious
to
to see, because he's a little undersized, honestly. Like just in terms of his build.
He's 6'1", I think.
Yeah, 6'1", but he's light. He's a skinny dude, and that might obviously come with age, filling out, whatever. But I'll be interested to see how that works for him, because he says he wants to play both ways.
Yeah,
he says he wants to play both ways in the pros as well. So, I couldn't tell you the last time I saw somebody play 2 ways in the pros. At least, Charles Woodson did it in college, but then became pretty much just a defensive guy when he got to the league.
Dion did. He was playing baseball and football.
Well, yeah.
Speaking of Deion Sanders, a really good 30 for 30 on ESPN. If you ever guys go watch that, it's pretty good.
Oh, Dion's double play.
Yeah.
So really?
Hey, shout out 30 for 30. Those
really
30 for
good.
30s are awesome.
It's really good.
I didn't even know about that.
Yeah,
they're awesome.
Check
Is
out.
it old?
It's old. It came out maybe late 2000s.
Oh wow.
Early 2000s. It's old.
Something like that,
It's on there though. It's a good one.
Because it follows him the day that he played a football game and a baseball game the same
The
day.
helicopter?
Yeah.
They took the helicopter?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's lit.
Yeah. That's cool.
It's cool. It's a good story.
Yeah.
So one of the other things that we had kind of thrown out in the group chat that we wanted to discuss that I think we all kind of responded positively to was just a strictly hypothetical, right? And it was if you were going to go move to another country, start over, right, and hit the refresh button on life. Obviously, we're another LA podcast, but we'll pause that that theme for a little bit here. Where would you guys go, and what would you kind of take with you or leave behind or whatever it might be?
I already know. You go ahead.
Me go ahead first? I'd probably say somewhere in South America. I really grew up getting into martial arts, and I found myself really liking Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I do have a brown belt in that, certified. Got that through my time through the United States Marine Corps and a few other training sessions. And I think I'd really like to get a deep dive into it, into the culture more. So I'll probably move somewhere where that's very more relevant. I could just hit the gym every day, roll on a mat.
You go to Thailand too for that.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Oh, what's Thailand? Thailand is
Muay Thai.
Muay Thai.
Muay Thai.
Yeah, Muay Thai. That's much more of a striking sport.
Yeah, I've done a little mixed martial arts, kickboxing.
Yeah,
Yes, Muay Thai.
Muay Thai is nasty.
Yeah, nasty.
Muay Thai is nasty. It's all elbows and knees, clinch work. Yeah,
but definitely just the culture and just kind of really embracing, kind of like really live it. And I even think sometimes I may just take a 2-week or 1-week vacation and just go do that. Really just go train at the gym and then work on music and kind of just like embrace it. I haven't traveled much. I need to travel more.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
Bali.
Really, Bali? Okay. Why Bali?
Well, because I've never been there, but I hear so many positive things about it. It's very cheap. The food is excellent, very clean. I have a friend of mine who was in our fantasy football league. He moved to Thailand about, maybe like 10 or 11 years ago. I mean, he likes Asian girls. That's one of the reasons. But, I mean, I'm just saying. But, you know.
Who doesn't?
Is this where the 0 for 4 comes in?
That as a reason to move is hilarious.
But anyway, but he's my age, and he actually posted a picture shredded. And you know what it is? It's probably because of the damn food.
The food, the Muay Thai.
All that stuff.
The women, the food. He's having a good time over there.
Yeah.
I can only assume.
One of my buddies, his friend works remote and was in Bali during COVID. And it was just like, it was so cheap out there. He had his place over here in Hollywood, but didn't want to come back. He's like, it's so cheap. I work remote. Yeah. It's like the weather's great, the food is, everything's cheap, it's healthy, it's clean. Yeah. It's just a whole different lifestyle. So I wouldn't mind, that'd be kind of cool actually, just to go there. Okay. And I have a friend of mine who actually moved there and loves it.
And of course,
another guy.
And of course he'd be taking Cindy with him, because we know she's going to watch this at some point.
Well, she wants to go.
There you go.
We talked about it. She wants to go to Bali.
Locked in.
Yeah, we both want to go to Bali.
Now you got to take her to Bali.
Well, I just got to find out, because Bali, because the flight itself is like 20 hours or something. So
that's not bad.
You're losing a couple days.
Maybe we should just do a group trip one day. Take the podcast.
Take the pod to Bali?
Yeah.
All right. Another Bali podcast?
Yes, and that could happen one day only if someone would sponsor us.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
In Bali.
Yeah. There you go. All right, mine. All right, so I was thinking about this today. I've got 2 answers. So I've moved around a decent bit, and I've lived in LA and I've lived in a small town in Oregon, and I love both lifestyles. I think there's a lot to be said for either. So big city, I would go to Japan. I would go to Tokyo. I've been to Japan once. Absolute incredible experience. The culture of Tokyo. It is bright, it's vibrant, it's friendly, it's fun, it's clean, it's safe, and it is just one of the more like fascinating and fun places that I've ever been in my entire life.
And it's futuristic when it comes
so futuristic. Yeah, it's just incredible. I mean, the public transportation, the ability to get around in Japan just via the train system is impeccable, and the culture over there is just something that I would love to like really get into and explore.
You know what? I'd be down to go with you one day.
All right, let's do it.
We should plan that one day.
All right.
Make it a guy's trip.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, it'll be different type of trip.
But you gotta be careful now. Don't jaywalk, because it'll lower your credit score.
We'll be doing other things.
I think that's China.
Yeah,
Is it China?
I think that's China.
It's China? There's one of them. I know that.
Trust me, Fred. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. We'll send you videos.
We'll use Crosswalks. We'll use Crosswalks.
So, remember Rita, right? That used to live here?
No, but go ahead.
You know Rita that used to live here?
No. Oh wait, yeah, I do. Shout out to Rita. We know her. Yeah.
So anyway, she went to I think Japan or Tokyo, one of them. She was saying the 7-Eleven there is nicer than some restaurants here.
I'm gonna just say this, Fred.
You could do full meals at the 7-Eleven.
Me and Grayson will have a different experience in Tokyo, Japan when we go.
Now, my question is though, do you think you'll go for 4 over there?
For 4 what?
0 for 4.
0 for 4
in Japan. I don't know. I keep hearing 0 for 4.
0 for 4.
All right, backstory.
The backstory, I don't even know. I just heard 0 for 4.
A couple weeks ago, after we had finished a recording session for the podcast, Martin and I went out. Yeah. We went out. We were going to go to a bar to watch the UFC fights. And the bar that we ended up in is not that far from the apartment. It's a cool bar. Yeah. No free plugs, though, so I'm not going to drop the name. Nope. But we get in there. We're watching the fights. We're having a cocktail, having a jolly old time. And Martin goes, "All right, I'm gonna go try to meet some ladies."
Yeah. Because I am single. Like
I'm sitting at the bar. We clinked glasses. I said, "Good luck to you, brother."
Yeah.
And I proceeded to watch this man go 0 for 4 in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, it was.
It was brutal, man.
It was rough.
Brutal.
It was rough.
Let's hear from your perspective because you were enjoying the show.
Oh, I was loving it, dude. I was loving it. I missed a whole UFC fight just watching you crash and burn, dog. Like,
but you know what? I want to say it to the guys out there. Just because you get turned down one time and maybe 4 more times, trying to get a phone number, trying to get to know a woman, don't let that stop you from going out the next weekend and trying again. Because as humans, we have to connect with people. You have to say hi. You have to be brave and speak to people. So even though I did get shot down 4 times, each woman shot me down very nicely, but they appreciated on how respectful I was when I approached them. They appreciated the fact that when they told me they weren't interested, that I said okay, and I walked out of the situation. They appreciated the intro and the outro. So if you do get shot down, don't be a D-head. Don't make a big scene. Be a man. Say, thank you for your time. Walk off and try again.
Yeah. No, I respect it. I respect it.
Yeah. Because how was that? Did I cry about it?
No, not at all.
Did I make a big fuss?
No, not at all.
Did I start saying I hate women and all other types of crap? No. What did I do, Grayson?
All right, sounds good. Have a great rest of your night.
That's it.
How's it going?
That's what I'm saying. Are they watching you?
That's it.
Are they watching you like, okay, he's went to 2 of them over there. He's coming to me next.
I don't think so because once I get to know, I'm already off to the next one. So,
I know, but are they watching? Is the next one watching you?
I don't look back. I don't know. So, you already told me no, so why would I look back? I don't know. But I do think if I was to try to talk to a girl within a friend group of a bunch of girls, which you should never do. You see a group of girls, you got to pick one, keep moving. You can't try to talk to all of them.
That's too much, dude.
It's too much.
Well,
I have friends that do that. They really burn out. I've seen.
Wait, they'll walk up to a group of girls, and then everyone's just watching you going,
yeah.
What's this guy doing right now?
Yeah,
Hell no.
I got one friend who, I got one friend who's way more wild than me. He'll walk into a group of women. If the one girl shoots him down, he'll turn right to her friend and try to talk to her. Now look, I ain't doing that.
Insane.
You've met him. You met that friend.
Oh, that guy?
Yeah, you met that guy. Yeah. He'll be in the podcast one day. That guy, man.
Wow.
That guy's cold-blooded. I ain't doing that.
That's
I can't try to go through the whole friend group. Like, that's serious. I ain't doing that.
I don't even like consider going up to a friend group because I'm like, they're out having a good night, whatever. Like, I'm gonna let them enjoy their evening.
It's like 1v4. I already know. If you see something that you really want to go talk to, sometimes you gotta be like, I gotta just man up and be like, hey, okay, the best way to approach that is see a group of women and you're with your boys. They're not trying to like wingman for you. So go up there and be like, ladies, don't mean to interrupt. Hope you're having a good night, but I'd love to talk to your friend. Can I talk to her? Can I introduce myself?
I've never done that. Never.
Me neither. I'm not a cold approach. I'm not a cold approach.
That sounds creepy and it's saying to me.
Yeah. Sometimes. All of a sudden you're over here like, fuck, I'm uncomfortable.
Creep out. Can I talk to you now?
Sometimes that goes.
I don't know.
Real bad. Like,
yes.
No, oh my God, get out of here, girls' night, woo. Or sometimes they'd be like, yeah, try to talk to your friend, and see where it goes,
So you go up to let's say it's a group. Let's say it's a group of 4.
No, let that be the last attempt.
No, I'm saying like you go up to a group of 4.
Which I wouldn't want to. Like that's.
And you ask one, can I talk to your friend?
Yeah.
You don't go up to the one that you want to talk to.
No, it's too obvious. I use indirect.
Too obvious.
Interesting.
But you go.
How's it going? I want to talk to her.
Yeah, you may be interrupting the whole conversation. So in hindsight, first of all, I'm not a dating coach or a life coach, so go figure it out. But I would say that the best way to approach it is address all the women, say hi, but then when you really want to talk to, make it intentional when you say, hey, I saw you, I was trying to know, like, what's your name, can I get to know you? May I buy you a drink? Or, like, where are you from? Are you just in town visiting? And see where it goes.
Interesting.
Sometimes I think my approach is a little too polite. I have some friends who are very...
Not polite?
Not polite. And they do way better than me. So sometimes I think come up a little too polite.
What I want to know is actually from the girl off camera right here, and you can just yell it out. When a guy does that, walks up to a group,
she yells at
where's the first thing all the girls are thinking, like, oh my God, here you go. Here's one of those guys. What's going on in your head?
That audio probably won't get picked up.
That's all good. I'll transcribe.
Okay.
Panic, she said. She said panic.
Panic. Well, on that note, It's about that time.
There we go. About that time.
It is that time.
Panic.
That's a great button to end on.
Lord help me.
All right, so
The
my
lady's
moment of
unfriendly.
gratitude. I
Go
believe
ahead.
I've drawn inspiration from Anthony Bourdain before,
Yeah.
but I'm going to do it again because I'm in the middle of reading his book, Kitchen Confidential, right now. And I read a line that I really, really liked, and I underlined it just for this podcast. And the line was that he goes, your body might be a temple, but it's also a roller coaster. Enjoy the ride, live it up, take risks. You only go around once. And I thought that was so cool because I'm like, yeah, you know, we spend all this time like taking care of ourselves and trying to eat right, trying to do this, trying to do that. And he goes on to kind of elaborate more about it where he's like, you know, go to the taco truck, you know, and live it up and enjoy it. Go sit outside, you know, with where the locals are if you're in another country or whatever it might be. Like take that risk where, you know, like your stomach might be a little upset tomorrow, right? But take that risk. And I think that applies to everything in life, whether it be exploring food, whether it be, you know, being open to a new opportunity or going out with a friend somewhere that you've never been that might make you a little uncomfortable or, you know, whatever it is. I think there's always room in life to like take a little bit of that risk and go try something new.
And go over 4.
Yeah, that's what he does. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Actually worked out perfectly.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, good way to end that podcast.
It's almost like we
And on
planned it.
On that note, Fred, you know what to do.
All right, guys, you got to like, comment, subscribe, and eat that smash burger.
0 for 4, baby.
See y'all
0 for
later.
4.